Yo, what's going on, guys? It's boy HD here, back again for some more Avengers. Surprisingly,
Would you cut that out?
I'm
yeah.
helping. You don't have elevator music or
Thank
classical.
you, thank you, Tony. Thank you, Tony. Um, Spidey.
Well, you can at least pick a real song.
Okay, that was pretty funny. I did not expect that. Anyway, what's up? It's your boy HD here, back here for another Avengers video. Surprisingly, we got some news regarding patch 2.3 coming March 24th. So definitely mark your calendars. It should be a pretty, hopefully, substantial update. Anyways, pretty much what I want to do is see what the differences. I saw in the patch notes, not the patch notes, but in the the war table, whatever. When I read it, I noticed a lot of stuff is leaving, and we're also getting submissions too. So we're definitely going to be checking into that. So yeah. Anyways, if you find this helpful, don't forget to give this a like, subscribe, ring the bell, all that business. But without further ado, here with the squad, looking real clean. Anyways, let's go. We're gonna be seeing some changes to the war table apparently. In the notes, they started with the drop zones. They said one of the first major changes we'll notice when interacting with the war table is that the missions will no longer change every 15 minutes, which there's no clock right now. Usually when that timer comes up, usually there's like a clock somewhere, and these missions like straight up reset and you come back to this screen. Like, say if I'm searching over here or whatever, timer comes up, boom, some of these missions get reshuffled. So apparently that's not happening anymore. Instead, drop zones and threat sectors appear on the war table at all times. So drop zones and threat sectors being, let's see, elimination drop zone, for example. These orange things, of course. The threat sectors, yeah, like stuff like this. Like you'll see like elimination threat sector, stuff like that. And we have hives. Hives will also appear once you've reached a power level comparable to the range in that region. I don't even have a vault unlocked because I think last time I played, I got rid of the vault. So say you get the forest vault, right? Forest vaults in the Pacific Northwest. Apparently there's going to be different power levels where they're going to kind of gate all these different regions. So like Eastern Seaboard is going to be like 1 through 25 power level. Power level 25 through 50 is going to be the Pacific Northwest. So apparently we're going to get missions tailored to that, to each region. In terms of power level, you'll get access to those. Well, for new players, I guess, necessarily speaking. So yeah, each region is going to basically have this minimum power level and a suggested max power level. Moving on at the suggested max power level will take you on a tour from region to region as your strength increases. So this is a pretty guided way for new players coming into the game. A lot of people have been speculating actually this might be I guess the free to play route. If they go ahead and do that, it's really up to the developers on that. I really don't know what's gonna happen. I'm just checking out these changes for you guys because this sounds pretty interesting. I like to see how this game is evolving, and I hope you do as well. So yeah, we're gonna have like different power levels, minimum and max for each section. Utah Badlands over here is going to be 50 to 75 power level. Snowy Tundra apparently is going to be 75 to 100 power level. Then you have your future Wastelands. It's going to be power level 100 to 125. And then you're going to have Wakanda, which is going to be obviously the latest with the 100 to 140 with the access to the raid, the latest raid, all that stuff. Apparently, I haven't seen any changes to what gear we'll be getting. So if you ever want to get 150 and up, you're not 150 and up. If you want to get 150 to 160 gear, stuff like that, in terms of power level, you would have to do the OLT, as we all know, and the discordant raid. So yeah, you got the discordant raid, OLT. Yeah, there you go. These are still going to be our ways to get to 150, 160. It looks like. So unfortunately, for other players like me looking for other ways to get, past 150, we still got to do these raids. That's what it's looking like. But I mean, still, we don't know until the update has dropped. Who knows? They might change the rewards that we get from these. So I'm interested to see that. Let me know if you are as well. Next up in the changes are the villain sectors. So apparently the villain sectors, they're going to now be visible on the war table without the need to grab the mission chain from the faction mission giver. So instead of having to go all the way to, the kiosk or NPCs to get these villain sectors, all you have to really do, apparently they're going to be on this war table the whole time. So you're going to have your normal villain sector mission chains. They're going to rotate daily. And you got the elite villain sectors rotating weekly, such as these on the screen right here. Is your normal villain sector and another normal, and there's your elite. So elites come weekly, daily. So no need to pick those up. They're going to show up on the war table, but it's only going to be daily and weekly. So take that information as you will. Next up, we have bolts are now always visible on the war table. You no longer need to obtain coordinates to have bolts appear. So just like I was saying in this situation, I have no bolt coordinates, so I have no access to the bolt right now, pre-patch 2.3. But once I do, right now, talking pre-patch, if I do a mission such as, Stark Realities, for example, you'll be able to get coordinates, to a vault. It's usually like the blue logo, You guys know if you play this game often. Anyways, vaults, you'll no longer have to get the coordinates, so that's a good thing, right? Yes and no. Apparently, there's going to be daily mission chains that are going to give these vaults. You'll get these from the shield terminal or the mission giver, and elite vaults will rotate weekly. So that means while we don't have to go ahead and get these coordinates, at the same time, we're limited in how many times we can do these vaults. So as different players online have said a lot, they had concerns about this. So no more vault farming, I guess, unfortunately, after patch 2.3. So if you want to go ahead and do that vault farming stuff, do it now before 2.3. Harm rooms. So obviously for your harm rooms, you have your character specific harm rooms, like right in the middle, right? And you have your harm challenges 1 through 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. So apparently those harm challenges are going to be, these challenges right here, the harm challenge, they're going to be in the same mission pool as these priority harm challenges right here. And the deal with these priority harm challenges is that they'll be part of that harm room rotation. They'll become part of the priority harm rotation. They still exist as part of the harm challenge mission chain, but they will no longer be visible once completed. So with that being said, Once these are completed, that's a wrap. You can't really target these. So the thing about these, you get random comics as the guaranteed reward. I brought this up in a previous video before about like the Red Room. This is why you kind of need to take advantage of events that give, you know, I guess like the Red Room event in particular, giving comics. You need to kind of take advantage of stuff like that. Stuff where you can target specific comics. So do bear that in mind. So yeah, like once you do it, that's it. So especially once 2.3 hits, we're gonna have like priority harm challenges, but you got your harm challenges are gonna be mixed in with these as well. Don't know if the mission reward is gonna change. I'm sure they'll most likely probably change the mission reward, probably add some different comics instead of making it a random comic. That's what I'm assuming, kind of diversifying the priority harm challenges a little bit. Kind of, reusing old content to make it look new, I guess. So yeah, I think they're going that route. So flashback missions in particular that ended with a boss fight have been replaced with Wasteland and Wakanda threat sectors. Does that mean this mission is disappearing? Huh. Because they say no flashback mission should end with a villain sector boss right now. And usually that icon, that yellow icon, and then plus this says villain sector. It's a flashback villain sector. And I know usually in the future Wastelands, they might have some flashbacks will be from the Kate Bishop content or the Hawkeye content where you're fighting Maestro, I believe. But yeah, I don't know. Does this mean we won't be seeing missions like this again? Like it's in the Eastern Seaboard, Mayhem over Manhattan and stuff? Let me know in the comments below what you think about that. Apparently they also said Rise and Shine. This mission in particular, where you get a shipment voucher. Apparently you'll now have to play quick match to complete it. So every time you want to complete it, you gotta hit this quick match right here. Unfortunately, you won't be able to do pretty much any other mission that you want. Gotta do quick match if you want your shipment vouchers. So there's that. Heroic mission chains, previously known as iconic mission chains. Usually the ones with the character icons, like iconic mission right here. So apparently missions like these, they'll now only show on a per hero basis. So I think instead of these, usually when you finish these, I believe right now, pre 2.3, these pretty much stay up. Let's see, you got Up from the Depths. What else do we have? We have Condition Green, that's one. Another iconic mission. A heroic mission chain. See what else we have. Got the Thor icon over here. Iconic mission chain, Mistaken Identity. Agents of Thunder. So I believe what they're saying, they'll now only show on a per hero basis. I'm guessing that they might only show up once, not once per day, but maybe once per hero. So maybe like, I'm assuming, let me know in the comments if I'm wrong on this. I'm assuming this will probably be once per day, but say like with whatever character you want to play as. So you can play, say play as Along Came a Spider as Black Widow, and then I'll be able to play it as Spider-Man and get the same rewards or whatnot. I'll be able to play this mission again. So if I play as Black Widow and Spider-Man and finish this mission will disappear if I'm playing as them as my chosen hero at the moment, right? So I think if I have Iron Man, right? And I finish, say, Rocket's Red Glare or whatever. For example, basically that mission will disappear for that character. That's what I'm thinking when I see now only show on a per hero basis. Let me know in the comments below what you think on that. That's pretty much how I see it. And apparently they're adding brand new missions to the war table that you can hop onto on March the 24th. So these include a new vault and a villain sector. So apparently it's going to be 6 missions about 6 missions that are new, and they're going to be coming to let's see, Snowy Tundra. Apparently, we'll be getting a threat sector called This Hostile Earth on the Snowy Tundra. So here's what we have right now. Pre 2.3. Looks like future Wastelands will really be getting a lot more content, because obviously, look at that. Wakanda doesn't really need any love too much. You got a lot of love in Wakanda. We even got a raid there. But apparently, future Wastelands, there's nothing there. It's a wasteland. So apparently, we're going to be getting a drop zone, Desperate Times. Also be getting another drop zone, Cavorite Crash Site. And so your drop zones are going to be stuff like, Dominion, whatever. So you might be getting some rewards like some ISO shards. So hopefully those ISO shards are interesting. Coming patch 2.3. Let me know if you guys are excited about those mission rewards. Let me know if you don't really care about them. Anyways, we also have another threat sector in the future Wastelands, and it's going to be Blood from a Stone. And that's going to be something similar. Threat sector. Yeah, priority threat sector, for example. I like to put it like that. As per the rewards that you get from these, I pretty much laid those out in a previous video. I'll go ahead and link that here somewhere in this video. And there's also in that video, I also left a link to a nice graph chart that people can use that the good folks in the Avengers community worked on. So go ahead and check that out. And also in the future Wastelands, we also have apparently the Vault, and we have a villain sector, an elite villain sector, and apparently that villain sector being Taskmaster. A lot of people, and I totally agree with this, it should have been Crossbones. Crossbones should have definitely been here in the future Wasteland as a villain sector, or they should have also added Crossbones as a villain sector in Wakanda. That would have been pretty dope in my opinion, but hey, it is what it is. Here we are. But yeah, apparently we're going to get a Vault and a elite villain sector here in the future Wastelands as well. So we're going to have at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more probably little other icons around here in the future Wastelands. Make sure it looks a little bit more like stuff to do in there. Avengers Initiative on board rework. So apparently this is only going to be, I think, referring to newer players coming in the game. They're pretty much going to have Nick Fury replacing Jarvis and Maria Hill on missions, dialogue, stuff like that, tutorial videos, all that stuff. And if you're an older player, apparently you'll be able to talk to him and catch up on the story events. We'll have to see how that works with the story. If they shoehorn it in, is it, nice and, smooth of a transition of having him in here? Is it just going to be rushed in? Let me know in the comments what you guys think about that. I think that's pretty interesting. When new players first hit this Avengers Initiative right here, right? You're going to have, not the reassemble campaign. Once you finish that as a new player, as you guys know, you get access to the Avengers Initiative. Really, you can do the Avengers Initiative from jump once you boot up the game for the first time. But apparently they're going to have a guided segment or something with Nick Fury where he'll be able to guide new players with this mission, stuff like that. Because apparently due to feedback, they say it has been confusing for newer players, to be clear and, get some direction on where to go on the systems and missions and stuff like that. So yeah, so I think that's pretty good for new players. I have to see how I guess also it might be also refreshing to older players as well, that we might get, some new dialogue and missions that we've already been in. Let me know in the comments below if you guys are excited about Nick Fury coming in and speaking, in your missions that you've been in dozens of times already. Apparently, they're going to be getting rid of missions, and this is kind of what kind of caught my attention, and really the purpose why I kind of wanted to kind of make this video really originally, and then it became other stuff I wanted to talk about. And so, but really this caught my interest in missions that are leaving. So let's go ahead and check out, are they going to be missions that we miss, or are they going to be missions that, bye Felicia, we don't really care, So we have Reigning Supreme has been removed. So Reigning Supreme, apparently, and I do not miss this mission chain at all. Apparently it's one of those mission chains that have to do with, like, after you beat the main game, you basically are introduced to doing the vault onboarding missions, stuff like that. Global Offensive. I'll go ahead and leave an image on the screen. Future HD. It's gonna go ahead, edit that in. Anyways, yeah. So apparently this has to do. Okay, it makes sense now. That's why I don't have those missions, but they seem familiar. And Monica's on the picture. So yeah, that's how I remembered it. Anyway, so those missions in particular have been removed, and Hive Mind has been removed as well. So pretty much those introduction missions, talking about, basically easing the player into vaults and to hives. So those are being removed. We'll have to see how that works and if it's actually smooth for new players. That's pretty much being all changed. Like once you get into here, I think I don't even think once you beat Reassemble, I think once you boot up the game, new players boot up the game and even go right to Avengers Initiative, I believe these missions pre 2.3 is what shows up. So apparently post 2.3, we're going to be losing those pre-missions we have, like Reigning Supreme, Vault Onboarding, Hive Mind, and the previous version of Cloning Around. We'll have to see what they mean by the previous version has been removed. That has me interested by that wording. Anyways, we're going to have Iconic Avengers is going to unlock when reaching power level 10. Shield Protocols unlocks when reaching power level 20. Beating the Odds unlocks when reaching power level 20. Wait a minute. It unlocks when reaching power level 20. Why would they do that? So apparently this mission will unlock at power level 20? Huh. We'll have to see how that works. Because apparently, like it says right after, Inhuman Sanctuary unlocks when reaching power level 30. Oh, it's part of the objectives in Reigning Supreme. So, okay. Apparently these offered patterns as well. No pattern rewards. So I wonder how those missions are going to work. Almost makes you want to kind of make a new game and start up again and see how they're kind of changing, the gameplay flow. But, ain't nobody got time for that. There we go. Last Avenger Standing. Apparently it's going to unlock when reaching power level 130. So that's going to be pretty interesting. Is that going to be the minimum? And then the 150 is going to be the max? Very curious about that. So regardless, it seems like it's going to be pretty interesting even for older players to jump in, just to see the changes that they made. Either to applaud them or laugh at them, either or. Hopefully we continue to root for these developers, as some of us are. Hey, we see you. We're still out here supporting you guys. Do your thing. We hope this is a good update and it's worth the wait. Anyways, we also have the Omega level threats. The also other popular way of getting above power level 150. That's going to be, apparently that's unlocking when you reach power level 140. And what? That makes no sense at all. Either way, it's kind of like a step forward and a step back at the same time, because think about it, I don't know exactly when people get access to this mission, but I have seen on Reddit that people as early as probably like maybe power level 50 or lower or something. I've seen people talk about experiences where they'll see players drop into the OLT and they're super low power level. So that is good that they're adding. You know, it doesn't even unlock unless you're power level 140, but they should have bumped that up a little bit higher to at least 150 because at least they did that for the discordant sound rage, which apparently is going to unlock at power level 150, which is good. And also the elite raid sound raid unlocks at power level 160. I don't have it on my screen because I haven't played through the raids like that because it's broken. I'm waiting on it to be fixed. Hopefully this patch kind of works on the raid as well, and you know, fixing it, making it a little bit more playable for much more of the community. But anyways, this question is for you though. Are you excited about this patch 2.3 coming March 24th? Are you interested in, you know, what missions you're leaving? Are you interested in how new players are going to be able to come into the game and get eased in? Anyways, if you appreciate this, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe to this channel, and ring the bell for more content like this. Until next time.